Hey everybody, welcome back to Barbecue by Biggs. The other day we made some awesome boudin. The link for that is up in the corner up here. We took that boudin, made us some boudin balls, and you know what? We're gonna show you guys how we did it. Come along with us. Stay tuned. All right, so we took that boudin that we made and we made them into little balls. So we just rolled it up in little balls about that big. Put them on parchment paper and we put them into the refrigerator just so they get really, really cold. The thing about boudin balls, you can't roll them up and you can't fry them hot because they'll explode. So we rolled them up in balls, put them in here, and one thing, what happens, it kind of sticks together and holds that ball shape. So when you put it into the fryer, it just doesn't fall apart. So if you haven't made any boudin, but you have some sticks of boudin, you can take that stick of boudin, cut it open, ball it up, do the same thing. Put it on parchment paper or something that where it won't stick, put it in the refrigerator, let it come together. All right, now we're gonna just make us a little egg wash. Just get you an egg. Depending on how many you have, how many eggs that you wanna have. So we'll just take those eggs, beat them up a little bit, make that a little creamy. Good to go. Get you some breadcrumbs. Now you can use seasoned flour if you'd like. Breadcrumbs, I like that better, so that's what we're using. Just take your balls, drop them into that egg wash, get them good and wet, then into that breadcrumbs. Then we'll take our dry hand, get them all coated, roll them around in there, get some of that pushed into it. Once you have that done, they're ready to go. You're good and coated there. So we're using just standard breadcrumbs. This, I think, is the garlic and herb version. I wouldn't use the Italian version. It'll kind of take away from that taste that you're trying to get. You can use whatever you want to there. You can use just standard panko breadcrumbs, or like I said before, you can use seasoned flour if you want to, but these breadcrumbs give it that real light, crunchy exterior. All right, we got them all done. We'll get the fryer up to temp, get them ready to go. See y'all out there. All right, for our boudin balls, we're using the RV Works Cajun fryer we have outside here. If you don't have an outside fryer, just use whatever you use to fry. What you want to remember is when you put that into that oil, you want to make sure that you lower it down real slowly. They have a tendency of blowing up, so you want to go down slowly into that oil. With having all that moisture inside of that boudin, there is a possibility that they will pop. So make sure you lower it into the oil, whatever fryer it is that you're using. So we're going to get our Cajun fryer up to 350 degrees. We'll get that going now. All right, we'll bring you back when it gets up to 350 degrees, ready to fry. All right, the beauty of this fryer is that you can get it up to temp, 350 degrees, and then turn it off. It'll fry for 5 to 7 minutes or so before you have to add some more heat to it, but we only gonna need about 2 or 3 minutes. Remember, this stuff is already cooked, so all you're looking for is that exterior color that you like. So whether mine's a little browner than yours or lighter than yours, fry it to the exterior that you like, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So like we said before, we're gonna ease these down into the oil. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and set these into the fryer basket and then lower them very slow down into that oil. So if you're doing it on the stove top and you have it in a Dutch oven or something like that, what you want to do is take your spoon and then just lower them down there. Don't just throw them into the oil, because what'll happen is they'll pop apart. So there's a likelihood that, you know, with the moisture that's inside of them, when we lower them here, we might have that problem, but we'll lower them slowly. So here we go. Cross your fingers. We don't have no pops. I'm gonna wiggle them a little bit, make sure they don't stick to that bottom. So we'll let these go for about 2.5 minutes or so, see where we're at. All right, so while we're letting those fry, the best thing to do for fried stuff is to put it on an elevated rack. Now, a lot of times, like even when I was a kid, we were taught to put some paper towels down and just put them on paper towels and it would soak it up, but that's not the case. It works better if you have it elevated. You can have the paper towels down there to make sure that it cleans up the mess, but you want that rack to be elevated off of that surface to let that stuff drain. That way it's not sitting in the oil. You get a whole lot better crispy Boudin ball rather than an oily bottom on there. So paper towels underneath, elevator rack on top. All right, we'll check and see how we're doing. All right, they've been on for a few minutes here. Oh, the color's looking great. Almost there. Yes, sir. Probably about another 30 seconds and we'll get them pulled off. All right, it's been about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. That's the color that I'm looking for. We're just gonna take them out, set them up, let them drain for just a minute, then we'll move them over. All right, once they're ready to go, just take them out and dump them right on top of that elevator rack. Remember, these are balls, so they will roll around. You might make sure that they don't take off on you. All right, we'll let them drain, let them cool down a little bit, get us a good taste. Bring you guys back. All right, these Boudin balls are done, and man, they look delicious. Look great. All right, we're gonna get us a taste. Here we go. Oh. You know, that Boudin and the sticks was great. This stuff is even better. Who doesn't like Boudin balls? I'm telling you guys. This is looking good. All right, so you can make your own Boudin. The link for that's in the description down below, or you can go buy links at the store, make yourself some balls, and do what we did. So we'll see you guys on the next cook. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.